Greetings, hockey players, parents, coaches, and fans. AAA Tier 1 hockey is the best youth hockey in Canada. More Canadian-born players join the NHL through AAA Tier 1 play in their youth than any other path. There are currently over 200 AAA Tier 1 programs in Canada, depending on your age division. Today we are looking at 40 of the most well-known and successful AAA Tier 1 programs in Canada and naming the best NHL player to come from that Tier 1 club. Please note that many of these NHL players have played on multiple AAA teams, so if we showcase them for one club, we will not also show them from another club. So let's check out our list of the best NHL players to come from each of these top Canadian AAA Tier 1 programs. Toronto Nationals. Wayne Gretzky. The Great One still holds 60 NHL records, 4 Stanley Cups, 10 Art Ross trophies, 9 Hart trophies, 5 Maurice Richard trophies, and the most recognizable figure in hockey history. York Simcoe Express. Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid may be the most crafty and skilled player to ever play in the NHL. McDavid was chosen first overall in the 2015 NHL Draft and has already won the Art Ross Trophy twice and the Hart Trophy. Toronto Marlboros. John Tavares. John Tavares was chosen first overall in the 2009 NHL Draft. He is an Olympic gold medalist and one of the most skilled centers in the NHL today. Toronto Junior Canadiens. Brent Burns. Brent Burns of the San Jose Sharks is one of the best defensemen in the league, who has actually played both forward and defense in the NHL. He is a Norris Trophy winner and is one of the most inventive players in the league. Mississauga Senators. PK Subban. PK Subban is a really strong puck-handling defenseman that has won the Norris Trophy for being the best defenseman in the NHL. PK is also an Olympic gold medalist and the best player to have come from the Senators club. Burnaby Winter Club. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was picked first overall in the 2011 NHL Draft. He has played for the last 9 years with the Edmonton Oilers and is the best player to have hailed from the BWC. London Junior Knights. Drew Doughty. Over 60 NHL alumni have hailed from the London Junior Knights, but Drew Doughty is the best. Drew Doughty was chosen second overall in the 2008 NHL Draft. He is an Olympic gold medalist, Norris Trophy winner, and has 2 Stanley Cups. Winnipeg Warriors. Jonathan Toews. Jonathan Toews is one of the best hockey players in the world. He has won more awards than most any other player in history, including 2 Olympic gold medals, 3 Stanley Cups, Conn Smythe, and even the Mark Messier Leadership Award. Elgin Middlesex Chiefs. Joe Thornton. If you've ever seen Joe Thornton play, you know he is possibly the best passer in the NHL. An Olympic gold medalist, Art Ross Trophy, Hart Trophy, Thornton was picked first overall in the 1997 NHL Draft. Don Mills Flyers. Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner was chosen 4th overall in the 2015 NHL Draft and is a puck possession phenom. The Toronto Maple Leafs winger is expected to help drive the Maple Leafs to a Stanley Cup in the near future. Vaughan Kings. Jordan Binnington. Jordan Binnington just proved himself a truly elite goalie by winning the Stanley Cup with the St. Louis Blues. Binnington is the best player to come from the Vaughan Kings club. Sun County Panthers. Aaron Ekblad. Aaron Ekblad was the first overall draft pick in the 2014 draft. He has been playing with the Florida Panthers since joining the NHL, and at 6'4" is a very tough and formidable and skilled defenseman. Calgary Edge School. Matt Dumba. Dumba is a speedy and tough defenseman playing for the Minnesota Wild. He was picked up 7th overall in the 2012 NHL Draft and is the finest player to hail from the Calgary Edge School. Oakville Rangers. Steve Mason. Steve Mason has had a successful career with some pretty legit save stats playing for the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Philadelphia Flyers. Mason even won the Calder Trophy as the NHL Rookie of the Year. North York Rangers. Mark Giordano. Mark Giordano has had an incredibly successful NHL career with the Calgary Flames and has been their captain for the last 7 seasons. Mark continues to put up impressive points and has even won the Norris Trophy. Toronto Red Wings. Nathan Horton. Nathan Horton was picked number 3 overall in the 2003 NHL Draft. He has a Stanley Cup, and although retired with back injury, has had an impressive NHL career for more than 15 years. Calgary Buffaloes. Jordan Eberle. Jordan Eberle is a sniper picked in the first round of the 2008 NHL Draft. Starting his career out with Edmonton, and now on the Islanders, Eberle continues to post solid numbers each season. Peterborough Petes. Corey Perry. Corey Perry has his fair share of haters, but it's hard to deny he has incredible skill and grit. Corey Perry has 1 Stanley Cup, 2 Olympic gold medals, 1 Maurice Richard trophy, and 1 Hart trophy. Saskatoon Blazers AAA. Jarrett Stoll. Jarrett Stoll is now retired but leaves a legacy of success in the NHL. The 2-time Stanley Cup champion, Stoll can now be found as a development coach with the LA Kings. Ottawa Myers Automotive. Mackenzie Weegar. Mackenzie Weegar is a skilled and strong defenseman on the Florida Panthers. We expect some strong success as Weegar moves into his 5th season in the NHL. Delta Hockey Academy. Brendan Gallagher. Although only 5'9", Brendan Gallagher is a fearless forward that can post some impressive point totals. Currently the alternative captain for the Canadiens, Gallagher is a strong leader for the Habs. Markham Majors. David Clarkson. David Clarkson is one of the most skilled players to have played in the NHL. With a 15-year NHL career cut short by back injury, David Clarkson is a tough and crafty player who you can find leading the development of elite players with the Colorado Thunderbirds. Yale Hockey Academy. Jake Virtanen. Jake Virtanen is a power forward chosen 6th overall in the 2014 NHL Draft. Jake's career with the Vancouver Canucks is shaping pretty well, and Jake represents the best players so far from the Yale Hockey Academy. Mississauga Reps. Paul Coffey. Paul Coffey is an NHL legend with an over 20-year career in the league. He has 4 Stanley Cups, 3 Norris trophies as the league's finest defenseman, and posted more than a point per game average throughout nearly his entire career. Hamilton Huskies. Dave Andreychuk. Another legend, Dave Andreychuk has more than 23 years in the NHL, 1 Stanley Cup, and is the best player to have hailed from the Hamilton Huskies program. St. Albert Raiders. Nick Holden. Already with a 10-year NHL career under his belt, Nick Holden is a staple on the Vegas Golden Knights team. Nick is the best player from the St. Albert Raiders. St. Louis Arsenal. DERICK Brassard. DERICK Brassard was chosen 6th overall in the 2006 NHL Draft and has been a high-producing player in the league for the last 13 years, and he represents the best player from the Arsenal. Okanagan Rockets. Tyson Jost. Tyson Jost was chosen 10th overall in the 2016 NHL Draft. It's only been 2 years into his NHL career, great start, but we think he'll be contributing more and more for the Avalanche over the next few seasons. Levi's Chevaliers. Yanni Gourde. Yanni Gourde is a 5'9" center from Quebec, but he has been posting some solid numbers during his 5 years with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lac St. Louis Lions. Jonathan Drouin. Jonathan Drouin was the 3rd overall draft pick in the 2013 NHL Draft. Drouin is a very fast and inventive forward with great hands. Currently with Montreal Canadiens, Jonathan seems to have found a solid producing ability. Mississauga Rebels. Robbie Fabry. Robbie Fabry is a skilled forward chosen in the 1st round of the 2014 NHL Draft. Robbie has 1 Stanley Cup already and has posted solid stats in his career so far. Ottawa Junior 67s. Erik Gudbranson. Erik Gudbranson is a 6'5" huge defenseman chosen 3rd overall in the 2010 NHL Draft. Erik has had a solid 9-year career so far in the NHL. Toronto Titans. Andreas Athanasiou. Andreas Athanasiou is a speedy forward just transferred to the Edmonton Oilers from the Detroit Red Wings before this COVID issue. But Athanasiou has posted some great statistics in his 5 seasons in the NHL so far. Brantford 99ers. Adam Henrique. Adam Henrique is a skilled and speedy center who has already produced for his team over the last 10 years. He's the best player from the Brantford 99ers. Notre Dame Hounds. Jaden Schwartz. Drafted in the first round of the 2010 NHL Draft, Jaden Schwartz already has a Stanley Cup and has been scoring pretty heavily over the last 9 years in the NHL. Red Deer Rebels AAA. Brandon Sutter. Brandon Sutter was drafted in the first round of the 2007 NHL Draft and has been in the league for over 12 years, delivering some solid numbers for his team, the Vancouver Canucks. Southern Tier Admirals. Connor Timmins. A large and skilled Colorado Avalanche defenseman, Connor Timmins has just started his NHL career, and we expect some great things from him in the near future in the league. Dartmouth Whalers. Matthew Highmore. Matthew Highmore is a strong forward for the Chicago Blackhawks. Matthew is sharing his time between the Blackhawks and the Ice Hogs in the AHL, but Highmore is the best player from the Dartmouth Whalers club. Moncton Flyers. Philippe Myers. Philippe Myers has just started his NHL career with the Philadelphia Flyers and just came off a solid season, posting some great stats as a defenseman. Best player to hail from the Moncton Flyers. Eastern Ontario Wild AAA. Alan Quine. Alan Quine has been sharing time between the Calgary Flames and the Stockton Heat. Solid player and the best player to have come from the Eastern Ontario Wild so far. Thank you for watching our list of the best NHL players to come from 40 of the top AAA Tier 1 programs in Canada. As mentioned, there are several other Canadian AAA Tier 1 programs out there we just couldn't get to in this list. If you think we missed a program with a great NHL alumni, or if you think we picked the wrong NHL alumni as the best from that program, be sure and leave a comment and let us know. Thank you so much for watching, good luck at tryouts, and we'll see you on the ice.